as is tradition, the Raw and SmackDown WrestleMania are normally some of the best, most impactful ones of the year. With surprises and people returning and matches you never thought that you would ever see. And this year didn't really have that. For Raw, you began with Seth Rollins coming out, then the New Day came out to make the pitch for a winner-take-all main event. Crowd was hot for it. Match started, crowd was hot for it. You kind of tell they weren't going to unify both belts, but then all of a sudden they get stopped by the Bar. Yeah, then the crowd started using beach balls, AEW chants, pretty much everything you would expect to hear from a crowd that's fully not invested in your tag team match between Kofi, Seth, and the Bar. That's okay, because for the women's division, Becky Two Belts showed up. And then her next feud might be with Lacey Evans. I get it. The man versus the lady. I get it. Clever. No Ronda nursing an injury. Makes sense. Alexa Bliss said that she would take on any member of the Boston Hug Connection. So she gets Bayley, who she defeats kind of easily. Dana Brooke mentioned that she wants a shot at Bayley. Okay. Had a great tag team match between Rude, Gable, and Ricochet and Aleister Black. I will say, for Aleister Black's theme song, he does not need the creepy door squeak. It adds nothing. Sami Zayn came back as a face, wrestled Finn Balor and lost, then went heel. I was waiting for them to say that the crowd was fickle. But good healing. Really good healing. Okay. Sami Zayn's back. Good solid hand. Works great in mid-card, upper mid. Cool. I want to see where they go with this. Revival got their, non-title rematch against the team of Ryder and Hawkins. Ryder and Hawkins got another pinfall over the Revival. Glad they signed those new contracts. But there's shakeups. Maybe they'll get shifted over to SmackDown, or maybe someone will come from SmackDown to reinvigorate their tag division. I don't know. They were good episodes of Raw, but they weren't night after WrestleMania, here's all of your explosive new debuts. Oh, and Lars Sullivan finally showed up. Okay. So good, but not great. SmackDown, they tried to again do the Kofi Kingston I did it moment. Okay. That then led to the Bar taking on the New Day, with Drew McIntyre with them, because Europeans. Not a bad match, just a kind of their match. Mustafa Ali, Aleister Black, and Ricochet took on the team of Andrade, Rusev, and Nakamura. So kind of a new League of Nations. Again, fantastic match. Just 3 fun guys to watch wrestle, taking on 3 guys who are fun to watch wrestle heels. Okay. Facing in the victory because that's what face teams do. Usos versus Hardys. Good match. It definitely did need more build-up to it, with the Hardys winning the titles. So we're now going into another superstar shakeup. At this point, I'm thinking either you put the Revival on SmackDown, or you move the Usos over to Raw, or you do both. I'd put Usos and Naomi over onto Raw, put the Revival on SmackDown. I think that way then you reinvigorate both tag divisions. I would probably also swap AJ and Balor. I think AJ Seth Rollins is a good money feud, and we know AJ works well with Roman Reigns. I can see him working well with Drew McIntyre, and he would bring that needed additional piece to fill the Dean Ambrose void over on Raw. Strowman made an appearance on SmackDown and attacked Samoa Joe. I wouldn't mind that. I think if you put Lars on one show, you put Strowman on the other. I think Strowman on SmackDown could be interesting. If you keep the New Day Insanity on SmackDown, Strowman Big E, Strowman Killian Dane, there's some potential there for some really unique matchups on that side. Those are my obvious changes. I would almost throw McIntyre onto SmackDown. For Sasha Banks and Bayley, if the tag division is still going to be a thing, I would keep them on Raw, but I would probably transition. I think Ember Moon is still considered Raw. I would put Ember Moon over on SmackDown to balance out the loss of Naomi. I make some of this. I make just some basic moves like that. Probably nothing huge. Oh, and the Iconics defeated local jobber team, which I'm okay with. Heels should do heel things to provide themselves with heel heat. Overall, this felt like a very just, after a long, exhausting Mania that was actually pretty good as Manias go, we then followed up with 2 okay to good episodes of Raw and SmackDown, when normally these are the 2 best ones. They're the season finales. But we'll see where they go. They never head into Money in the Bank. So I guess with no mandatory rematch clause, you don't really need Backlash. Which makes sense. You don't need to rematch Earth's WrestleMania match a month later.